and welcome to part 4 of the Sims 3 Create a World series. As always, if you are enjoying my content, enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button. That does show YouTube that you are liking this content, and it does help with the algorithm and helps get the video out to other viewers to be able to watch it as well. So today we are going to be working with the scenery aspect of the world. As you can see, I thought maybe I would have like maybe some type of mountain range area or something here in the middle that the road would kind of go around. I do end up scrapping the idea. I end up not liking it, and I do end up just getting rid of it. So, but this was kind of my thought process, and as you can see, it really doesn't turn out the way I had it imagined in my head. I don't know if maybe I just didn't have enough space in the world in this area to make it look good, or maybe I was trying to make it too big. I'm not really too sure, but I do end up scrapping it. So here I am getting ready to just pretty much flatten the area back out. But yeah, there will be plenty of areas, plenty of lots that will be flat ground, but there will also be some that are on a cliff, some will have a beach. I do have variety. I do enjoy a variety when it comes to building. So those are just kind of like the types of lots that I would be looking forward to building with. So I decided instead of that mountain area in the center, I thought we're just going to put like a small, I don't know if this will be sizable enough to a sim to be considered a creek, or maybe it'll be really big and it will actually be more the size of a river. But my idea is for that to be more kind of small size river, creek size. It's kind of, I was thinking of that. And of course here we are cut over to back into the main town area. I do cut a lot out. A lot of it is, if I were to leave it recording, you would just see me just kind of sitting there staring at the screen basically. Nothing would be happening because I'm just kind of looking around the world, trying to decide what do I want to do next, what do I want to add, how do I want it to look, and I don't want to move the camera too much. I do speed this up quite a bit to help keep the video length down, but I don't want the video to be spinning and moving around a lot. I don't know about anybody else, but I do have a tendency to get motion sick, so I try not to have that type of movement in my videos if I can help it. So I do start to figure out there is kind of an issue with the game, or not really a game, but the program, that some other creators kind of complain about how they get these random trees just kind of, or objects, maybe rocks or other plants, in the areas, and that they didn't place. I had that issue too, but I have figured out what actually causes it. So when you're playing the actual game, like the Sims game, and you're building or you're adding plants, if you think of wanting this object, so say this plant or this tree, and you decide to change your mind and you pick a different one, it normally just goes away. But in this program, that's not the case. If you want a different item and you had one already picked and it was, moving around the world like you see me doing, moving the rocks, and then I decide, oh, I don't want that, so I go and grab something else. For whatever reason, this CA program will place that object that you decided you didn't want down wherever your cursor is at the time that you pick a new object, which is usually to the left side of your screen because that's where you're going to grab new items. So for whatever reason, it just places it down anyway, which ends up causing the random tree, random rock, something to be out in the world. And you will see that I will see those every now and then, and I will go over and delete them. Right now, there's a couple of trees over there by the waterfall. As you can see, it's happening when I'm moving my cursor to the left to grab new items, and it dawns on me what's happening. I do eventually figure it out. I don't always catch myself when I'm doing it, but what's basically to keep that from happening, if you don't want the item, instead of clicking on a different item to choose or to use, you need to hit the escape button and delete it from your cursor. That way your cursor is not holding on to it. So delete it first, hit the escape button, that seems to get rid of it, and then pick a different item. And then you won't have that random tree, rock, plant just kind of sitting somewhere that wasn't supposed to be there. So I didn't quite figure out what was happening at first, and that's why I'm still trying to click, and get rid of them. But in this program, sometimes trying to get a hold of an object to delete it can be difficult because it keeps wanting to grab something else. So I do try not to have that issue happen, but I sometimes don't catch myself because I'm used to building in the game, and it doesn't happen in the game, so I don't always catch myself doing it. But as long as I hit escape first and then basically get rid of that object, it shouldn't put it somewhere, no random rock or tree anywhere. So I have at least got that part figured out. So hopefully it doesn't happen too often. So I had decided, the more and more I looked at my rock formations, I really do like them. I like the textures. I love the way they look actually. But they still just seemed a little blah. Like they needed a little something. So I decided in the areas of the mountain ranges, so I'm going to do this throughout all the mountain ranges all around the world. In the areas that have kind of like the flat areas, to me that seems like an area where grass and maybe the seeds from other trees would land and not blow away or anything like that. Like almost like they get trapped down there and the tree grows or something or another. So I kind of decided to put wherever those flat areas are to create, put the trees in. And I do like the way it looks. It makes nice scenery pictures, and you'll see in the screenshots that you'll see some of those up there, and I like the way it makes it look. So I went ahead and I've done it off screen. The rest of the mountain ranges, I do some of that stuff off screen because it really is very repetitious. I'm just doing the same thing that you just seen me do with that smaller mountain area here. I started with the grass, and then I covered it with a second layer with the sand or the dead grass look, and then added, had the plants and stuff. So it's pretty much done the exact same way, and I don't feel that I need to record it if I've already had it recorded once before in a different area. I don't want to bore you with the same thing over and over. So, and it's very tiresome on my part going through all those mountain areas and doing that, and I don't really want to bore you with that type of content. So I do go off screen and do the remaining of the mountain areas and get those done. So those are taken care of and will be complete, and you'll see those will be done as well. So here what we're doing is getting some like scenery rock areas in with more plants around the town just to try to help decorate it a little bit. I get for the most part this like main town area pretty much done and complete. Again, the lots are probably going to change. I have ideas when it comes to these lots on what I think I'm going to do and where I might place them. So some of these lots are going to change. Currently I have about 57, 58 lots in total in this world, but like I said, that is going to change. There probably won't be quite that many because I'm going to combine some of these smaller lots here in the main area to make them bigger. I kind of want like a courtyard, I guess, is my thinking. And I'm going to also change some of these sidewalks to a different texture to make it look like they are combined lots, even though they're not, just to make them bigger, to make a large courtyard. I'm thinking of doing that kind of this middle layer is going to be where the main buildings and stuff are going to be located at, and your shops, and then have maybe like some houses. They might even kind of look like there might be multiple houses on that lot, but it's actually only going to be one because you can't really do duplexes and stuff without really making them apartments in The Sims. So we'll figure that out when we get there, but that's kind of my thinking, my idea to try to get this all incorporated together. Like I said, I'm going to change the textures here and there to try to make them look like they're all combined in one. And you just seen me creating a different texture there. Basically, I needed to put in like I can't remember which texture. Oh, I did a darker brown. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making it look like there's dirt under the trees instead of dead grass. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I just want these small little details throughout the world. I feel that it makes it look better, even though you can't build in that area. It just, I don't know, I think it looks better having the dead grass and the dirt around the trees. Just makes it look a little bit more realistic, I guess you could say. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. I had to add a darker brown in though to get that to, you know, for me to use it. And then, like I said, here we are doing, just going around doing pretty much this all over. Again, this is probably not something I'm going to show on all the areas, but you're seeing here how I did it, created a new texture, and now I'm just going around and, you know, train painting underneath them. So here are the screenshots. I hope you were enjoying the Create a World series. Let me know in the comments what you think. And again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It does help my channel out a lot. And I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.